I believe it was Shakespeare who once said, "Why does it take 30 people to work on a sizzle?" Hi, hello!
Hello! We're back!
We're back!
Everyone was begging for us to have an episode 2.
Episode 2, Electric Boogaloo.
For good. Episode 1, we talked all about the pilot
Called
Quick Change. It is about a gay Broadway dresser who dreams of being the female lead and through that discovers the world of drag. So we came up with the idea, we being me, I have a lot of voices in here, wrote the script, been working on it for a while. Now we're like, what to do next? We're making a sizzle reel.
And for those of you who don't know what a sizzle reel is,
Yeah.
a sizzle reel is sort of like a teaser trailer. It's sort of like trying to capture the essence, the energy behind the project that we're working on to give you a snippet, a snapshot of the fuller thing. For the people who have never written a TV pilot before, who don't really understand like what the point of all of this is, you want to tell them like why we're doing a sizzle reel?
We're doing a sizzle reel to get attention from the masses so that people can say, honey, we need the show. We want the show.
We're dying for the show. We're begging for this show. We need a sizzle!
Yeah. This is something that we're going to be able to show places that we pitch to, production companies, producers, etc., etc. This sizzle reel is a bit over a minute long.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of work.
It took a lot of work.
to put 1 minute of film together. Going into the sizzle, Plasma has done so many incredible videos, like her Bloody Mary music video, like her...
Go ahead. You were in another one of them.
Yeah, I was in two.
Yeah, you were in two of them.
There's the Barbara Streisand, she's like, don't rain on my parade! And we're back.
Yeah.
No, but Plasma has done incredible music videos that she's produced and put together herself.
That's true. And our team from
Yes.
my music videos has worked on this sizzle reel. Michael McQuarrie Vibe is director-producer. Jake Primmerman with Primetime Creations. He's our videographer, editor.
Having met them through your music videos and being on set with Michael and Jake was just so lovely. Telling Michael about this idea. He's always down to do something, especially with choreography in it. So we brought on that team and then we had to make the damn thing. And that involved getting locations, dancers, lighting, food,
Choreography, rehearsal time, costume prep, makeup artistry, hired out, and also in-house. It was a really big coordinated effort for a minute of footage.
Putting this thing together, you see the final product, right? You don't see all the effort that goes into it. So we had 2 locations. One of them had to be a big Broadway theater. You can't film in a Broadway theater because the Broadway shows are happening in them and it's expensive. But there are some other really big theater spaces in the city that we reached out to and they also were so expensive to film in. And we were so lucky to find the space that we did find. They were willing to work with us and understand our like indie budget.
That's the Triad?
The Triad Theater.
Yeah. So yeah, we shot at the Triad Theater for our Broadway house, sort of Broadway stage inspired scenes. And then we shot at Balcone Salon in Hell's Kitchen, which is a queer bar nightclub. They have a magnificent stage and a big dramatic curtain space. And we thought that sort of felt like the drag equivalent of theatrical spacing.
So we're grateful to have those 2 spaces.
And also all of the people who showed up to be extras.
Thank you to everyone who showed up to be extras. Oh, also, the dance rehearsal, you were not there.
That's true.
But I showed up to dance rehearsal and I have not danced in quite a while. Done like choreography and he's very specific with the choreo. What I ended up doing was not as much as I was given originally, I'll say.
we had an adaptation for the stage.
We had to adapt. Yeah. But the dancers are literally incredible. Like, so talented and they picked it up so quickly. I was flabbergasted. So we have our whole team together. We have all the actors, the dancers, the extras.
And then the day before,
we don't have a lighting designer.
As some would argue, lighting is very important.
Yeah, film is a visual medium. We didn't have a lighting designer. We luckily, last minute, this incredible team, Britton and Mateo, came through. Going into it, I was grateful to have them, but I don't know, I've never worked with them before. I hope that they're good people. In episode 3, we'll talk about on the day when we filmed, but spoiler alert, they were phenomenal.
I think a lot of people think that TV shows and, you know, streamable media just sort of like pop up. They just sort of get produced. And that's absolutely not what happens. A lot of moving parts. It's a lot, even for this 1 minute sizzle reel, we hired how many people?
We had around 30 people working on this.
And that was just who was there in person. I believe it was Shakespeare who once said, "Why does it take 30 people to work on a sizzle?"
For anyone who's watching who is a filmmaker or producer or whatever and wants to start doing this, one of the best advice I ever got was finding like a location can be really hard to do. You just have to keep calling until you can find a space that works for you.
Yeah.
And you might have to like adjust your vision, but you just need one yes. So just keep calling until you get that yes. Next week, we'll talk about filming on the day and how it went. We had 2 different days of filming. One where she was starring on the day and one where I was starring on the day.
This has been a quick vlog for quick change.
Brilliant.
Woo, 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 woo.